How are you, everyone? It's good to be in your company tonight again. It's Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Um, I had a whole different thing sort of worked out in my head as to what I was going to put across tonight, but uh, certain things happened today, and I just said to myself, go with the flow, just say it as it is. Um, Tuesdays are always my therapy days. I go to a wee place called the Hub. It's at Woodstock Link, just in case anyone is ever wanting to sort of find out anything more about it. You know, it's called the Hub, and they do like WhatsApp or Zoom face to faces on the phone and stuff. But where I'm concerned, they were very happy to for me to go and do a one-on-one. And then I discovered, and this has been for about like a year, and I discovered that my therapist is a very lovely lady called Tanya, and she'll probably be watching this now because I told her about it today, and she said to me that she was getting as much out of our one on ones as what hopefully she was giving to me, sort of thing. So I haven't been actually really faithful to her advice, over the year. But she says that that's not such a bad thing because I do have to, sort of think for myself, and not just listen to advice all the time. So today, anyway, we're talking about going backwards, this some traumatic, experiences and stuff. It's not like a TikTok, sort of hypnotism sort of thing, but every few weeks, she'll ask me about, if I can remember a certain event that might have triggered, like anxiety or like a sort of an ability to, if there's a loud bang, to sort of go, what was that or whatever, or to be very wary, which I am, of people with knives. Um, Actually, I had a dream the other night. It was a yeah, it was about 2 nights ago. So absolutely real. I was in somewhere and I looked over and these two guys walked in, very tall, dressed in black. I went over to a guy and at knife point told him, that to give them his wallet, sort of thing, or whatever. And he didn't want to do it, so they stuck the knife in him, sort of thing. Um, and whatever happened, all of a sudden, I was sitting in the guy's position, and the two guys came in again. They were like very gothic guys or whatever, but they were very tall. And one of them, they came in and they sort of just stood and sort of scratched their necks and looked around. And I went, ooh, they look out of place. And then, like, you've got that sort of sense of dread or whatever. Um, and so I felt that sense of dread in the dream, so I knew something was going to happen. And so out came the knife, and the guy came over to me, and I went, "You don't even have to put it in my direction. Here, it's not worth it." And the guy went, and I went, "You're going to take it anyway. I just don't want the knife in me." um, oh, but by the way, and he went, "What?" I says, "There's a check in my wallet. Can I have that?" I says, "Because it was paid by check at one of my gigs, and it's made out to me, and it's no good to you. You're not going to be able to, Uh, and he took the check out of the wallet and gave me the check and sort of put the knife away and off they went. And my first reaction as soon as I saw them going through the door was, how do I cancel my card? Because I don't know how much. But I mean, it's just such reality, I don't know whether it's the sort of wee changes in the medication that are making my dreams, a wee bit more vivid, sort of thing. But there's always been that sort of sense of like trepidation of knowledge that something's not quite right, and then it happens. I was in a bar in Hollywood. I was actually doing a gig in it, so I was there with Davey Bates, Spicer, and a few friends. And one of the guys who was in our company was a guy who managed another bar in Hollywood called I think he called it the Bear or something. But a few nights before, he had got the security, the bouncers, to kick this guy out of the bar for being raucous. He was, um, and the guy turned around and said, your day will come, sort of thing. Um, it came, several days later, sort of thing. So, I was in, as I say, in the, I can't remember the name of the bar. It was black and white. It was round towards the end of the town. Upstairs, I'm having a drink just before we're about to, do the gig and stuff, and then in came these guys, and you know, nothing at the start, sort of thing. But then one went to one corner, one went to the other corner, and I went, "Oh, there's something not right here." And then in came the kingpin, and what the guy who I wouldn't even say that he was a friend. It was just an acquaintance within the company, the manager of the bar. He had thrown out, a head man in one of the sort of local paramilitaries, based in Knocknagonny, by the way, too. So anyone who knows that part of the world will know that you don't do that. so so the guy came in, and I the came over to the guy, and it was just so surreal. They all had to hit him, and I got up to sort of try and protect him. And this guy turned around and said, "Sit down, bad guys. You'll get us." And I had to sit down, and you feel helpless, but at the same time you're going, yeah, I've got to do something. But then your self-preservation kicks in, because you're saying to yourself, you know, there's like these five heads, that are hot and heavy on it. Whatever happened that guy got hit is obviously something to do with the reason why they are here. And off they went, a split second, bang. Guy had a broken nose and blood pouring out of it, and we got him into an ambulance, and off he went. Off he went to the hospital. And it wasn't pleasant. It was. I mean, if in any extreme, but it as I said, it put a sort of a sense of it put a sense of atmosphere into my head. It's not that I was like really young. I think I was in my late 20s or early 30s. But it did put a sense of dread into my head, as if there was like a sort of an atmosphere bubbling. I could sense it, and I still do. Um, and it happened to me in the cozy a few weeks back. There was like a little incident, and I knew that something was going to happen, and you just had to prepare yourself for it. And I saw it coming, but I knew that there was nothing I could do about it. And a girl poured a glass of iced water, over my head. I saw her coming towards me, and everything just shuts off for a second, And the water went over my laptop. This is my phone's resting on a new laptop, so I had to buy a new laptop because the water went into the laptop, and frazzled it, and the whatever happened, the lead came out of my microphone. So it was a very expensive kind of but anyway, that happened, and it's just part of the sort of it's part of being there. And if I had the choice that night, I wouldn't have been in the bar in the cozy, but because I was singing, I'm there. I'm a target. People know that I'm going to be there, and it's what happens. You just, if someone is going to get you, then there's nothing you